is Hannah Nail and I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm making this video because I believe I would be a great candidate for the position of Culinary Arts Center host. I graduated from Texas A&M University about a year and a half ago with a degree in nutrition. Ever since, I've been working on cruise ships. I just finished a contract as the port shopping ambassador on board the Amsterdam, and while I was there, I became extremely interested in the Culinary Arts Center host position. I think this would be a perfect position for me because it combines my love of cruise ships and traveling with my background in nutrition. I put together a short cooking demonstration for you to watch. Thank you so much for your consideration. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Culinary Arts Center on board the beautiful Amsterdam. My name is Hannah, and I will be your Culinary Arts Center host throughout the week. We are going to be holding several events throughout this cruise, from cooking demonstrations to flower arranging to even towel folding, all right here in the Culinary Arts Center. So be sure to check your on-location guide every day to see what times those events are taking place. Today we're going to be making shrimp cocktail shooters. This is an extremely easy recipe that's great for a casual dinner, a nice elegant evening formal dinner, or just a casual cocktail party with your friends. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is finely chop our celery stalk. And you can use 1 or 2 celery stalks depending on how crunchy you like your dish. I like to just cut my celery in half and then run my knife over it just like this to make sure you get nice even pieces. Just like that. Alright, and we're going to add that to our bowl. Just like this. And next we are going to mince up some parsley. And mincing just means we're going to chop it up very finely. Today I'm using curly leaf parsley in this dish, but you can use curly or flat depending on whichever one you like. The only difference is that curly leaf is going to add a little more texture, and it also doesn't have as strong of a flavor as the flat leaf parsley. So either one is fine, but I just like using the curly leaf in this particular dish for the texture. And we're just going to mince it up very, very well. As you can see, I didn't throw the stems of my parsley away, and that is because the stems of parsley have a ton of flavor in them. So you should save them because you can add it to soup or stock or anything like that, and it just adds a ton of flavor to other dishes. So we need about 3 tablespoons of this. One more quick chop. We have 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to add the juice of 1 lemon. And a nice trick to get more juice out of your lemon is to just roll the juice on your cutting board a little firmly, and that gets the juices to start flowing inside the lemon, and you'll get a lot more juice out of it. And then you just want to squeeze it with the cut side up, so that way all of the pulp and the seeds stay inside the lemon and don't go in your dish. So we've got all the juice out of that half. And now the other half. Alright. And now we're just going to stir that up. Let me get this out of the way. And we already have our shrimp in here, as you can see. And we are using bay shrimp in this menu. And bay shrimp are just very small shrimp. And whenever you're buying shrimp from your seafood counter, ask them if you can smell it before he wraps it up. And the reason is because, especially for this recipe, you want very fresh shrimp. And when you're smelling it, it should have a slight saltwater smell, but it shouldn't smell very fishy. And that's how you can tell that you're getting the very, very freshest shrimp. So let me grab my shot glasses. And we're just going to put a little bit of shredded lettuce into the bottom of each of our glasses. And this just makes a nice little bed for our shrimp to be placed on. And I just get, at the grocery store, you can get pre-packaged shredded lettuce that's already been washed and everything, and it's really easy. So I like to get this especially for when I'm planning a big party. It just makes my life that much easier. One less step in my party planning. And then we're just going to add a few shrimp into each of our glasses like that. Make sure to get some celery and some parsley in there too. This dish is really great because not only is it really easy to make, it's also a very healthy dish. Shrimp is an extremely healthy protein. It's packed chock full of protein, and it doesn't have very many calories. So it's really great because it fills you up, but it doesn't fill you out. And your guests will thank you for this later. And then we're just gonna top each shrimp with a little bit of cocktail sauce. And I just got a little store-bought cocktail sauce that's a little spicy because I'm from the South and I really like spicy food. But if you don't want to get store-bought sauce, you can also just make some of your own. And it's really easy to make. It's just ketchup and horseradish and lemon juice and Worcestershire sauce. It's very simple. And then we want to garnish each one with a small lemon wedge. And especially when you're planning these parties, no matter how fancy it is, it's always important to garnish your dish. And the garnish just really brings the dish together, and it shows your guests how much effort you put into entertaining them that evening. And it just really makes it look pretty. Just one more lemon wedge, just like that. And that is all it takes to make your shrimp cocktail shooters. Thank you all so much for coming. Again, my name is Hannah, and I'm your Culinary Arts Center host. Be sure to check your on-location guides to see when our next events are throughout this week. Thanks for coming.